you can see here in the screen that Divisi Hukum dan Penindakan Pelanggaran Pemilu Bawaslu Jateng, Sri Wahyu Ananda mengungkapkan kasus politik uang terbanyak ditemukan di Banyumas. The biggest case and the most founded case of money politics was found in Banyumas out of all regency in Indonesia. So, di mana jajarannya menemukan pihak yang secara sengaja membagikan amplop berisi uang agar mau memilih paslon tertentu. So the supervisory part of Bawaslu found out that there are so many huge mobilization of votes that using envelope filling by money to mobilize votes among the voters on the election, right? So Bawaslu actually is obliged to enhance public participation in election oversight. This is one of the many responsibilities that Bawaslu is actually in position for. So Bawaslu is also not only having the responsibility to supervision the election, so it can be adopted as a clean and full of integrity election. Bawaslu also obliged to enhance public participation. As we can see that the public participation in Indonesia's election is kind of not so high, because we still see that the skeptical people around us like, oh, we just gonna have to choosing like the white group or we can it's only known by golongan putih, so people who don't choose any candidates in the election. And one of the obligation of Bawaslu is to enhance this public participation and so on and so forth. Let's continue. So we have three problems that we ought to solve in this issue that we have brought to you. The first one, what are the efforts that are conducted by Bawaslu Banyumas during the 2019 to 2023 term, seeing that next year in 2024 we are going to adopt another election, that we need to see first that what happened in previous term, that is 2019 to 2023. So, what are the obstacles and challenges faced by Bawaslu Banyumas alongside this term? And the third problem is, what are the aims that turns out this research aiming to investigate the various measures undertaken by Bawaslu Banyumas? There are many variables that affecting the measures and the act of trying from Bawaslu Banyumas, and we are going to present to you right now. So the method is social legal research and non-doctrinal research. That means this research was conducted by in-depth interview with many resources, and the legal part is we are now trying to we're trying to provide you by the perspective from the prescribed law that already existed. So let's move to the discussion. First, we have to understand first what is the basic concept, what is the meaning of money politics itself. Maybe some of you already commonly known by this term that money politics is just when the candidates trying to buy your vote, trying to sort your vote out by money in condition that you have to choose that candidate, right? So this concept is not completely wrong. It's like the common knowledge, it's like the common concept that we ought to see every day. But if we ought to see the mechanism, there are various mechanisms that can be differentiated if we see deeper into this concept of money politics itself. The basic concept of money politics itself, it denotes the use of monetary resources, right? Money is actually one of the big actors, the natural actors of this concept of money politics to achieve specific political objectives. So it doesn't have to be like you have to choose the candidate when you are given an envelope of money. So it can be a specific political objective. So the purpose of the money politics itself, as you can see, is electoral mobilization. It includes, the subject is money, gifts, or items. So it doesn't have to be real money. It's like maybe you are like already familiar with the items like that shirt, that party shirt. We already familiar with baju partai, and so the bag of items that are it can be delivered to you like by many forms. It doesn't have to be money, and the purpose is just it to influence votes. So there are 5 classifications of money politics that can be mentioned. The one which you are already familiar with is, of course, vote buying. Yes, it's using vote, it's using money to buy your vote, and you have to choose the given candidate that giving you money. And the second one is club goods. What is the club goods? Club goods is when there are certain candidates from certain party that they are trying to be a sponsor for certain like community events. Like if there's acara 17-an and there are like, oh, we can be a donator, we can be a sponsor. It's actually part of money politics that it's classified as club goods, because they're giving the sponsor to you, they're giving the donation to you using their identity as a candidate. It's not coming from themselves. The money itself comes from the candidates. So individual gifts itself, like it has like a similar mechanism with the vote buying, but the vote buying it runs with like a mass full of people where you can just give an envelope to many people at once. But individual gifts, it doesn't have to be money, and the candidate itself come to the object of come to the object by they go from house to house to give these items, to give these gifts, to give this money. So they're like using the individual approach. That is the huge difference between individual gifts and vote buying. And the third one is services and activities. It also has like similar mechanism to club goods, but services and activities just like targeting certain group of people, like the people who lives in suburban, the people who have this like Karang Taruna. They just targeting like certain small group of people using their identity as a candidate from certain party. What is that? The last one is it's actually like the most interesting one, because this one called pork barrel projects. This project is actually quite manipulative. Why is that? Because the candidates come from the party which already have a seat in the parliament. So they're already like they have a position. They have a position in the public offices, and they're just using one of their kebijakan to actually like promoting their party, right? So it has to be adopted under the people who are already in the parliament. Next, please. So there are like mitigation. There are some mitigation on the money politics. There are some of the approaches that we can use on the mitigation. The first one is the law enforcement. Law enforcement is like the main and the biggest approach that can actually both prevent and stop the money politics from happening, like we can see right now. And the second one is internal control of the institution. The third one is external oversight by Bawaslu. The fourth one is Election Organizer Ethics Council, or it's called by the KKP. But we have to, one of the most important part is voters' adequate knowledge. The money politics can actually prevent it from the first place if the voters are aware that this action shouldn't be adopted at the first place, right? So we come to research finding. There are 4 major points of this research finding efforts. There are 4 main efforts of the Bawaslu Banyumas to actually stop this money politics action from happening. The first major point is enhancing community participation through the first one, coordination meetings. The coordination meetings adopted by the people from Bawaslu Banyumas. They are like coordination before they are doing like a meeting for within the leaders of the villages. Second one is village oversight declaration. They have 3 major points on this oversight declaration. The first one is to uphold to the Pancasila and Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. The second one is to not engage in money politics action. The third one is to not engaging in SARA disclosure. The fourth one is cultural approaches. People of the Bawaslu Banyumas actually trying to deliver a message throughout many cultural approaches. One of it is pertunjukan wayang kulit, where they like giving a disclaimer to not engage in money politics. First one is social media. Well, it's commonly known. And yep. Okay, so second major point of research finding is there's limited budget, less experts invited to socialize about money politics, and only limited group of people who invited in the socialization event who has the awareness on the danger of money politics. So, as it was stated by the previous points, that one of the major contributing points that conducting this money politics from happening is actually the awareness. People hasn't fully aware of this action that is actually harming our democracy. So yeah, it's talk about that. It's not aware enough. So the third reserve funding is various measures undertaken by Bawaslu Banyumas, collaborative effort to involving the division of tasks for raising public awareness with General Election Commission, or we know it as KPU. So the Bawaslu and the KPU did a collaborative effort to actually stop this money politics from happening. Okay, so the conclusion is the Bawaslu Banyumas face no significant obstacle in the process of preventing and stop this money politics itself from happening. But they're using formal methods, cultural approaching, and various approaches employed in the process. But here are our recommendation is it will be more effective throughout the involvement of other entities, specifically KPU Banyumas. So that's all the presentation I can give you. If there is any question, you can ask.
Thank you, Eneng, for presenting your paper, and it is actually my paper also. Applause for your. But we still have more than 5 minutes, or 2 minutes for question and answer. Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunity. You said before, like there is many kind of money politics. Yeah. What do you think about statement from Pak Prabowo kayak ambil aja uangnya, tapi jangan milih gitu. How Bawaslu can face it, karena sometimes that can make the statement popular.
So your question, my personal perspective.
No, in your Bawaslu can face it how gitu. Ya, kalau ada juga nggak masalah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to answer it, but if some things didn't go right, well, I'm gonna need Manunggal to correct me. Okay, so from my limited knowledge, the money politics, well, it was stated in our paper that it requires actually 3 actors. The first one is the giver, the second one is the receiver, and the third one is the object, the material that needs to be mobilized. And the biggest issue in here is because the exchange affected the voters. The exchange affected the voters. So if the statement of Pak Prabowo was to be seen from the perspective of money politics, I myself personally doesn't see it as a money politic act, because we're just gonna take the money without mobilize our own votes, because we're gonna vote for not the candidate that giving us money. It's just money. I mean, it doesn't conclude it as money politics.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Maybe I don't have to add some answer, maybe, because we have run out of time already.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, yeah, okay. We should end this presentation. Thank you, Eneng. And